I want to give some hope to our audience, whoever is watching us, especially the couples.
Yeah.
How do you help couples who are struggling during this time of abstinence? Maybe you can talk about what you all did, like what you did, especially as a man, and you did as a woman in time of abstinence. What can they do, like, at this time? Like, because it's like, do they all only have to think about sex, or is there something else that they can do, like as a couple,
So there's more to a happy marriage than sex. Okay, there may be times when like maybe you're at your in-laws and the walls are thin, or the bed they're giving is creaky. Okay, you may have to abstain even though you decided there's a time to consummate our marriage. So it doesn't mean that we're going to go around sulking, right?
Yeah.
We can always talk. We can go for a walk. We can go out for go and have a tea together.
Yeah.
I mean, simple things that really helps
Just
to build
hold
our romance, because marriage is about continuing the romance. Some quack once said, no, he made a thing. He said, you say, who runs after a bus after you caught it? I mean, would that be a marriage?
Yeah.
What kind of marriage would that be?
Yeah.
So we have got to keep pursuing each other.
Yeah.
And
Even after marriage.
even during marriage, even after you got married.
Yeah.
Because that's what life is about, right?
Yeah.
About the romance, and hope we continue that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a time of romance,
Honeymoon.
courtship.
Courtship, yes.
So how did you manage during your courtship?
Oh, that's a very good perspective. Like, as Catholics, we are called to abstain from sex before marriage.
Yeah.
So we could use the same logic here in marriage.
How did you tell your
Absolutely.
partner at that time
Yeah.
what you were feeling?
That I love you.
You just sat at the beach and looked.
You didn't engage in
Yeah, you
Is
did.
just so I love you is equal to sex?
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you used all the other means, like emotional and physical.
Yeah.
And so you can just sit at the beach, hold hands, have some time together, pray. Prayer is very important, actually.
Yeah,
It
praying
helps,
together.
it helps a lot.
No, we have a technique in Margin College called a love letter. So we actually write love letters to each other every day.
Oh, wow.
So keep up the romance and use that time when you're struggling to tell each other. Go into detail. Write your love letter. Go into detail. What are you feeling? What do you wish you could do, but you cannot do now? Talk about your anguish, your struggles. It's a great way to communicate and express the person you are by talking about your feelings. We're not saying you have to go with your feelings, because obviously we're not when we are controlling ourselves. We're not going with our feelings, but we're expressing our feelings and telling the person, this is what I am now. Love me like I am.
My wife will watch this episode and she'll be like, I hope you are taking notes from this. My gosh. If you have one piece of advice for couples who are considering NFP, okay, and find it too cumbersome, too hard, what would that be? What would that advice be?
What is the question?
Stay with it, learn, go slow, take one day at a time, whatever. Yeah, it is hard.
Have the goal of a happy marriage.
Yes.
And anything that's worth having, we have to struggle. We have to learn. For example, you say, I want a spontaneous sex when I want. Yeah. What's the difference between a person who is in front of a keyboard, okay, and it just tinkles the keys and beautiful music comes out? It doesn't come easy.
Work out like
Yeah, you can come and I don't know anything about a piano, but I just say, can I just tickle the keys and get beautiful music?
Yeah.
No, it takes years and years of practice.
Yeah, it does. Or like even for me driving, I wanted to learn to drive for a long time, and finally found someone who could help me. I thought it would be so difficult. I was running away from it because man, there's like a gear and how do you manage? How does your brain work? And usually guys can only do one thing at one time. So how do you manage these things? But when I learned it and I spent time practicing it, doing it again and again and again, at some point my wife also had to fire me when she was in the car. She told me, hey, you're going left, you're not holding all of that. And that really helped me to learn to drive. And now I can, it's second nature. So I think NFP
Very
also
good
is the same way.
Yes.
You need to practice it so much.
And you get better and better at it.
Yeah.
So I can honestly say that we're having much better sexual encounters now than we had when you got married.
Yeah.
You see.
That was like gymnastics.
Gosh.